Hello, all my Virgos. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of September. So we are going to jump right in here, and I'm going to start off by pulling a card here from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And what we're going to do is, first of all, just see what the overall energies or theme for the month is that the creator wants you to know. So we are going to just shuffle these up and see what your first card is. Cannot believe it is September already. I know. Excuse me. All right, Creator, what do you want our Virgos to know about their September, please? That one really wants to talk, so we are going to give it a voice here. Oh, got the unicorn. Beautiful, beautiful full moon behind it. I think that's a full moon, right? Could be Earth, too. Could be a planet. All right. And we will take a look here and see what this magical being has for you. All right, just there it is. So the unicorn, it's reconnecting to your higher wisdom or divinity. Wow. So it's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there's something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you've begun your quest for the answers. And the unicorn deals with the sixth chakra, so it says it's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card results at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, our intuition, and deepest wisdom. So some say our two eyes see the past and present, while the third eye peers into the future. I love that. Never looked at it that way before. All right. Well, definitely, it looks like your September is going to be about connecting to the higher realms, understanding more about your higher self and questioning and expanding into that, which makes sense because I really feel like, Virgos are earth signs. They're very kind of fact-oriented, statistics, but they love research. They love investigation, right? And it's like to this point in your life, you're kind of bored of looking at and investigating the physical world because you've seen the patterns. It's almost like watching a movie or different types of movies or TV shows all the time. And you're like, you know what? It's the same type of plot, just different people, different characters, different locations, but it all comes down to basically the same plots over and over again. And now you have this interest of seeking into the unknown that is so unpredictable and so not totally figured out. And so this is like your kind of your new adventure, your new TV show. Here's your antenna, your TV antenna. You're viewing a new total series that you're going to watch. Then what I also do each month is I have been taking a tarot deck. This one is going to be the Wild Unknown Tarot, which is the kind of the companion to the Wild Unknown Oracle, of course. And what I do is I split out the major arcana from the 4 different minor arcana, and the major arcana represent, like this unicorn card does, just the overall theme what the creator wants you to know about the month. So this will be a clarifying card, or bring new information as well into what's overall going to be going on in September that the creator wants you to know about anyway. All right, creator for Virgos, what else do you want them to know about their September, please? What else about their September? Make it really obvious for us. We like those clear messages. Okay, yep. They said 2, so let's see what else is going on for you in the month there. Yep, so you got the Strength card here, which for me this represents, usually there's the line on here and there's like a higher being or like a female on the card. And what the Strength card means for me is finding your inner strength, which makes sense with this unicorn card. And so the lion on the card for me represents our human side, the being that reacts out of fight or flight and has this, the journey and experience of the earthly plane. And it's hungry. Right here, I love this white rose because it's seeking love is really what it's seeking, but it's looking outside of itself. It's hungry and thirsty for things, and it's trying to find it in the external world, which always falls short of quenching the thirst and of fulfilling the hunger. It doesn't last very long, and then again it's hunting, so it's roaring in the jungle, wanting more because it's hungry, it's starving. And then usually, in this case, you can look at this, the brightness from up here. This is your higher self, and the higher self is what comforts the lion, this side of us. And because it's searching for love, it brings unconditional love, which is really what each of our lions is searching for. And so it doesn't, suppress it by whipping chair and cage. It gives it love, and so it turns from this roaring lion in the jungle to a purring kitten instead. So I love this because it totally fits into this search for your higher self, because that is what you're truly hungering for and thirsty for, and that's what's going to, bring this just this awareness to you. So I love that. Yeah, and then you have the Tower. And this totally fits in this with too, because the Tower is all about, this tree is the external things that have been, that we've been told that are supposed to fulfill us, whether it's a relationship with someone, or a situation like a job, or, any type of social status, any type of situational type of essence, and then or things, like homes or cars or clothes or what our body looks like and everything else. So all these things, but people change, their opinions change, or they pass away. Situations never stay the same because everything here is temporary, and of course physical things break down or deteriorate or burn down or are stolen. And so see, burning down, and this basically represents the external things. There's something that in your life in the physical world that is being burnt down, so that the veil is kind of removed to where you can see your higher self. And this lightning is all about the bringer of change. It comes quick, it can come quick, it can come sudden, but also it brings enlightenment and brings light to what is the truth. So totally fitting here. Don't fear the tower. The tower, anything that's removed out of your life is being removed for you. And that can be a belief, that can be a person, that can be a job, that can be a possession or whatever. It's something that's blocking you from really opening up to this higher awareness. And so it's definitely happening for you, not to you. All right. We'll move on here and see what else. So the 4 suits of the minor arcana each represent a different phase or part of your life. We're going to start off with the wands. And the wands, because it's fire energy, are actually going to represent your spiritual adventure during the month of September. So we'll see what the creator wants you to know about your spiritual journey, which I think we already know a big piece of what's going on right there. And I love that for you. I mean, it's so exciting. Best adventure ever. All right, creator, what else do you want Virgos to know about their spiritual journey in September? Okay. I had a feeling it was going to be the Ace of Wands, because this is, new energy. And look at that. Shazam! You hold the wand, you're the magician, you're the one that you're just going to have such, this is like the unicorn horn. It's bringing in such beautiful, beautiful energy and awareness. So, and I should have just said, I bet the Ace of Wands is going to come out for you, because that's what I was thinking with everything that was going on here. You definitely are getting to this new level, this new energy, this whole new, it's like a whole new beginning of a whole new adventure. So you're going to have so much excitement, so much passion, that it's something that you want to wake up for in the morning instead of waking up and going, another day. It's like, woohoo, you can't wait to get out of bed and, pursue your spiritual adventure further. And you start to see it reflected in everything in the physical world too, because when you start seeking and opening up and wanting answers, the spirit world, they totally, the creator, Holy Spirit, whatever your faith is, your guardian angels and spirit guides and ancestors and loved ones on the other side, and unicorns and fairies and all these other beings of unconditional love and light want to bring you signs and information and answers. And so this month is definitely the month to do it, because the energy is going to be so on point for you. We're also going to pull a card here from the Return of Spirit deck. See what else the creator would like you to know about your spiritual adventure in September. All right, creator, what else do you want our Virgos to know about their spiritual adventure in September? What else? Right, there we go. Up. You move upward. And I love these cards by Shirley Harnish. Actually, we're going to use 2 other of her decks as well. This is called Fractal Imaging, and she plugs formulas into a computer system, and it generates different things. She never knows what it's going to turn out to look like. And so I call them like the spiritual inkblot tests. I always like to show you so you can see if there's anything that you see as well, messages that are bringing to you, and then I'll read her intuitive reflection of this. So upward, seeing higher, right? Let's see what she says here with intuitive messages. If my finger will work, there we go. Interesting enough, it says time to lift your eyes off the ground and start looking up toward the heavens. Keeping you down and trying to be small isn't doing anyone any favors. This world needs you, the real you. Low self-esteem and self-worth is impeding your perception of whom and what you really are. It's also affecting your ability to put yourself out into the world. There's a whole other life waiting inside you, crying to be lived. The only thing standing in your way is you. The universe sees you and knows you as the divine spark of the all. They're calling you now to begin embracing that aspect of yourself too. Stand up, hold your head up, and begin looking at the ways in which you are disempowering yourself. It's time to start building your own personal sense of value and your own sense of worth. Spirit knows this is not an easy task, which is why they have brought you this message today. Every time you feel you're not enough, look up to the heavens and know the entire cosmos is supporting you on this. When you see the sky above, let that be your reminder that you are more than enough. You are God incarnated, and the only one who can give you value and a sense of worth is you. There's nothing your guides and angels want more than to see you step into the truth of who you really are. Start looking to the good within you, the value you actually do have, and the difference you really do make. Start to see yourself as the universe sees you. Human is what you're wearing on the outside. Inside, you're a brilliant light of divine source. Remember who you are. Exactly. I mean, nothing to add to that. It's basically summed up everything we've been talking about, right? So there's your verification. That's why I love using a bunch of different cards, because the message comes through very clear, and it's very clear that this is a month for you to rise above this animal experiencing things and to this higher, brighter source of who you really are. All right, we're going to move into the Pentacles next, which is Earth energy, which is your energy as a Virgo Sun, and if you have Virgo anywhere else in your chart, of course. But this is going to represent your physical world. So what's going on, what the Creator wants you to know going out here in the physical realm, the characters in your life, not the relationships, but just the archetypes, the characters that are playing on stage with you, and your physical body as well. So we'll see what else the Creator wants you to know about your physical world. Obviously, the focus seems to be moving into your inside and your spiritual side, but Creator, what do you want Virgos to know about their physical adventure during September? Okay, 2 here. Yep, so you have the 6 of Pentacles, and this is all about giving and receiving. And so it's for your reading, this is going to represent, your blossoming. So you definitely have enough to give to others, but I really feel the message is that when it's talking about defining your worth, not defining your worth about what you can give, but allowing yourself now to be able to receive, and to receive from others, but receive from your higher connection as well. From that whole posse of beings of unconditional love and light. Kind of always call this the kind of the codependent card too, because at the core of it, we love to give, and we don't like to be on the quote weaker side of receiving, but when we define ourselves by how much we can give, and we eventually from the outside, run out of resources and energy, then we become resentful, when other people still want to take from us, like we have set up the kind of ecosystem, like, we're your giver, no, you can't give to me, I only can give to you, nope. It's, really opening that up. And it's usually like this, it's giving and receiving from each other. It's equals is like the healthy, flowing relationship. But a codependency is someone takes on a role where they become the adult and the other person becomes a child. And that, is what exhausts this person here. Like anybody that's a parent, how exhausted you get as a parent to a child, because a child, a child can't do it on their own yet. And so you feel like I have to give and give and give and give for their sake. But when you're an adult, giving it to an adult who you put into a child position in a relationship, this child will go outside somewhere to get its worth, because it feels worthless when you won't allow them to give. So they go outside and give where they feel they get appreciated for their giving, whether that's an affair, or pouring themselves into their work or their job, or a sport, or working out, or some sort of hobby or outside activity. That's what happens. And so this is really just the message of, it's now time for you to allow others to give to you, and to kind of go through that readjustment and external how you relate to the outside world, and that it's not just up to you, but to trust the Creator. The Creator is the one who supplies your every need, and they just provide that to us through middlemen, and people in the middle are the shipping company. So just know there's always enough. And it's okay to accept. And really, that's something that maybe this is what is burning down, is this belief about who you are and only your ability to give to others. And you're able to go out and search for yourself, and getting to know the higher you allows you just to pour all that energy you were in trying to get acceptance on the outside by overgiving, by finding it within you. Oh, yeah. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles, which this is about balance and transformation, this beautiful butterfly, of course. I usually say the Two of Pentacles is you have your lower self and your higher self. And it's this cycle, as you can see, that you go through in experiencing the earthly plane as the lion, and then going back and experiencing and getting to know your higher self, and bringing your higher self into your experience with your, lion self. And, it just is this ebb and flow, and we learn to dance with our lion. We learn to dance with, our caterpillar, because the caterpillar and the butterfly are really coexisting. They just exist at different times in our life, but they both were there. The butterfly was always within the caterpillar. It was just waiting to go through its transformation, right? And then literally the caterpillar's in the butterfly, because the caterpillar, when it's the cocoon, dissolves and becomes liquid to form the wings and to form, the wings and all that. So it's definitely still part of it. So I love that symbology there for you. We're also going to pull a card here from the Native Spirit Oracle cards. And we'll see what else the Creator wants you to know about your physical adventure. Yeah, so I say this balance is, can be so earthly minded, we don't bear any fruit because we're so consumed into our fight or flight and fear mode. But you also can be too heavenly minded where we're no earthly good as well. So that's the balance between both of those worlds. All right, Creator, what else do you want Virgos to know? All right, about their physical adventure. Get 2 cards for that too. So you've got Spirit of Fire. Which fire? Beautiful, beautiful. And another bright. Yeah, look how bright both of these are. And you've got Owl Medicine as well. So we'll put those there. And we'll read Spirit of Fire first. And so Spirit of Fire is about transformation, like the butterfly. Take risks, face your fears, break out of old patterns and conventions. Just because you've always done something in the past doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it in the future. Try something new. Change your routines and habits. Reach out in new directions. The Thunderbird is rising in you out of the ashes. The Thunderbird is rising in you. Out of the ashes come new growth and new beginnings. Like the phoenix, right? Your native spirit wants you to know that in native cultures, fire was thought to be a gift from the Creator that carried the power of renewal. Fire can maintain life, and it can destroy it. It is the warmth of the tribal fire, but it's also the thundering lightning bolt cast down from the sky. It can purify and transform, and it can annihilate. Fire represents your life force, the spark of life within you, and also the pure white light within you. The spirit of fire invites you to take some risks and face your fears. We often are reacting to situations because of preconditioned responses based on our self-generating definition of self. Every time you change an old habit, even changing to a different breakfast food, it helps you begin to step out of a limiting definition of yourself. Purification by fire creates transformation. So take care to keep your energy in balance. I love that. Fire that burns too brightly burns out, but a fire that's left to smolder dies. So just as we were talking about this transformation, this butterfly, that is just hilarious. And these cards come with a journey. So if you feel so inclined, it says, when you first awaken in the morning, focus on the emerging sunlight. Imagine that you are breathing in that light. Gaze unblinkingly into a candle flame and focus your awareness on the inner flame within you. By doing this, you're activating the spirit of fire that dwells within you and around you. Imagine yourself to be a single candle flame, a campfire, a forest fire, electricity, lightning, suns, and stars. Affirm this. May the light of the sun illuminate my heart, that my heart may illuminate the world. That's the affirmation. May the light of the sun illuminate my heart, that my heart may illuminate the world. I am just loving it. I just, like I said, it's amazing how cards from totally different decks really reinforce messages, even within the same line, I'm just like... I just love it. So owl medicine, wisdom, illumination, intuition, clairvoyance, and deep insight abound. Go within. Profound majesty and grace is available to you simply by pulling your awareness inward. Ancient knowledge is emerging within you. You know the truth. Trust your perception. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer. Nurture the feminine spirit within you. And then it says your native spirit wants you to know in some indigenous cultures, the men say that they're afraid of the owl because it represents the power of woman, and they're in awe of and even afraid of the power of women. Other native cultures call the owl the night eagle, for it has the majesty of the eagle but works silently in the darkness of night. In Western cultures, the owl sits on the shoulder of Athena and also of Merlin, revealing sacred truths. Like we said, you're the wizard. You have the wand. When this card chooses you, you are at the advent of a time of illumination and transformation. Again. The journey for this one, if you so feel inclined, is in a meditative state. Imagine that you have shapeshifted into an owl, and you're soaring silently through the night. Your ability to see, even in the darkness, is remarkable. And this corresponds with your ability to perceive the truth, even in murky situations in life. That's great. Alrighty. So definitely transformation, seeking inner, getting to know who you really are, etc., again and again. Next, we're going to move into the sword suit, which is air element, air energy, and that's going to represent your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindset, your mental state, which we're going to call it our mental adventure. So we'll see what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure in the month of September. Okay. All right, Creator, what do you want our Virgos to know about September mental adventure in September? Okay, we're going to get 2 for this one too. Yeah. So 3 of Swords, you can see how all your thoughts and beliefs, and for me, the 3 of Swords is like the expectations card, and they bind us, they keep us from expanding, they make us constrict, they make us feel small. That's what, our little lion is told. It's like, all these things out here is who you need to be, what you need to do, what you need to consume, what you need to drink, what you need to hunt, who you need to be in order to be lovable and acceptable. So all the shoulds, should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be's, all those are the expectations. And that disappointment when those expectations don't fall out the way they do is what turns us back inward, eventually starving, thirsty, so thirsty that we're parched and we're wanting that. That's what turns us inward, to find that living waters that live within us. Yeah. I had a feeling this was coming too, the Ace of Swords, so new thoughts, new beliefs, more lightning coming in to reveal those things, which really is all these expectations. Again, this cycle, the 8, number 8 there, which is the strength card. In normal decks, like in this one, they have strength as 11. Some of them, I think it's temperance that they reverse them. So in other standard tarot decks, it's the number 8. I mean, you have because you have that there, you have it here on the butterfly, and you also have it here on the Ace of Swords. But the Ace of Swords also allows you to cut away the old beliefs, and that makes room for your new beliefs and realizations of who you really are. So this Tower, with this destruction of things, this Ace of Swords is what helps cut those ties, cut those umbilical cords, cut those things that you've been using to define yourself from the past, and allows you to bring in new beliefs, new thoughts, not expectations, but your higher T truths that you experience through your higher self, not your lower T truth and expectations that we, accumulate as the human, from when we're toddlers, through praise and punishment, from all sorts of sources. We're going to pull another card here from the Divine Guidance, and this is going to also represent what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure in September. And one more time. All right, Creator, what else do you want Virgos to know about their September adventure? Okay, no, not those yet. Okay, these 2. 2 and 2. Excuse me. So got number 17 there, and we'll see what the interpretation of this is here, but you can take a look and see what you see. Kind of see the number 8 on the sideways again, that balance. And 7 and 1 is 8. And then you got number 39. And I'll show you that in the middle in case there's anything that you see in there too. Okay. And if you need to see those longer, you can backtrack and pause if you'd like. So we'll look at number 17 first, and that is empowerment. This card shows a gentle yet powerful opening and energy flow of the 3rd chakra, the power center. Through your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who and what you are meant to be, you naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. Through your own acts of self-kindness and self-love, you have given yourself permission to shine a gentle and loving strength. This is exactly what the world needs right now. You're given the gift of self-empowerment you are giving the gift of self-empowerment to everyone you meet. And that is so perfect, because you definitely, wouldn't be surprised if you get like the 10 of Cups in here. 10 of Pentacles does it too, where you're breaking old chains. But anyone that you come in contact with, as you get in connection with your higher self, you can't help but overflow with this love. In fact, you might get like the Ace of Cups, which is like the chalice, or where you get filled up with the unconditional love of the Creator, and it flows out to you. So like Ace of Cups and King of Cups energy. So no matter who you bump into and who you see, they're going to see a difference between the lion roaring and the purring kitten that's being held in the arms of a beautiful angel. 39, this is resolution. Life is like a puzzle, and we put the pieces together in a way that fits for us. Until now, your puzzle hasn't seemed to fit together in a way that has made sense. What seems out of harmony will begin to feel balanced. Even though some things feel like they just that they just won't work, shifts and adjustments are happening now. You'll find that things will start to fall into place, and that everything will fit together perfectly in your life. And I really feel, this obstacle that's keeping you, and I really feel it's these expectations of the should-bes, that is what's going to be clearing away as you look at things from this higher perspective and really discover who you really are. Remember who you really are, because we veil ourselves as this lion so that we can experience the lion to its extremity. We don't want to remember that we're these powerful, endless, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love, powerful beings, while we're the lion in the beginning, because that just ruins the whole experience. We want that extreme fear experience of fight or flight when we're really young, when we're all confused and life is just seems out of control. And then as we get later in life, that's when this happens. We get to know our shadow. We get to dance with our shadow. We get to give the love to our little self that it's been searching for all along. And it's, in starvation mode practically. It's like going around in a desert, finding an oasis. All right, then we're moving on to the Cups, which is the water element, which is emotions. So we'll see what the Creator wants you to know about your emotional journey for the month of September. For Virgos, for September, what do you want them to know about their emotional adventure, please? These two here. So here's the 10 of Cups I was talking about that might come up. So yeah, this is all about you just have this outpouring fulfillment, feeling whole and complete, and that's what happens when your hunger is satisfied, your thirst is quenched, and also it's just you fill up and you pour out to other people. So that's exactly what I was talking about. Okay. Yep. And so we didn't get the Ace or the King, but this is just as good, because this is the 8 of Cups. And so like 8, again, with the number of strength. These are the cups. These are all the expectations that no longer fulfilled you. And usually it shows someone walking away. And it's because these things, these emotions were no longer satisfying you. Like we talked about at the beginning, just life in general felt like it's like the same story over and over. I'm just tired of it. I want something new. I'm ready for something new. That's what this represents too. And you find it through this 10 of Cups. So we're going to put it like this, because the 8 of Cups is when you leave on the adventure to go experience this, and you do find it from within, not from without. So, and then lastly, we're going to pull one final card here from the Path of the Soul Destiny cards. It'll be the last card of this reading, and it will also represent, like these cards did, what the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure in September. right, Creator, what's your final message for Virgos for September for this reading, please? Can you get one card here? And you got number 42. I totally saw the X-Men theme here when I first saw that, but you can see what you see there. You can see on the bottom there. Almost looks like an owl in some ways. So you see that? And let's see what the interpretation that she picked up from the card. So you had unicorn, now you have fairies. So you're being asked to watch for situations that might get you fired up. Remember, every experience you have is part of your learning. If you do find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, do your best to stay in the moment. Be mindful and do not allow yourself to slip back into old patterns. By staying true to who you are now, you will find the situation resolve easily. The fairies are showing you the magic of staying present and heart-centered. So, yeah, definitely. So this is the tension that it's bringing is, you know, when you do what you always did, you get what you always got, which was not satisfactory. But when you continue on your spiritual journey, regardless of what obstacles come, you have total fulfillment and ta-da! It's almost like a giant, like a beautiful light show. But this is going to be an exciting month of spiritual awareness, moving to a whole different level, getting beautiful downloads of loving information from the other side and building a strong connection with the other side. So, you know, just as you know, going through every single day of our lives, every second, we are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. So enjoy your beautiful September, and we will talk to you soon. You take care.